Friends, today was not just another match day for Indian cricket. Today was a day of answers. Today was a day of reminders. And today was a day to prove that the name Virat Kohli is not just a player, it is an era. For some time now, questions have been raised again and again. Is Virat Kohli no longer the same? Is his time in ODI cricket over? Has the century-making Virat become a thing of the past? But what happened on the field today silenced every single question. Today, Virat Kohli did not play with just his bat. He played with belief. And that is exactly what makes this century so special. It was the third ODI between India and New Zealand. The conditions were not easy. New Zealand's bowlers were creating pressure from the very beginning. The pitch wasn't simple to bat on. And that's when Virat Kohli walked to the crease. No rush in the first few balls, no showmanship. Just watching the ball, understanding it, and then playing it. This is Virat Kohli's greatest strength. He doesn't fight the situation, he reads it. In the early overs, he focused on singles and doubles, pulling the field, forcing the bowlers to think. Today, Kohli proved that centuries aren't made only with boundaries. They are built with patience, with experience, and with the right decisions at the right time. As the innings progressed, Kohli's confidence kept growing. Those front-foot drives, the gaps on the offside, and then that classic shot, the one that makes every fan say, "This is the real Virat." New Zealand's bowlers kept changing plans, sometimes length, sometimes pace, sometimes field placements. But every time, Kohli stayed one step ahead. Because when you have experience, you don't just play the ball, you play the bowler's mind. The most special thing about this innings was that Kohli never looked nervous. Not in the 90s, not when he got close. That's the difference between a good player and a great one. And then came the moment the entire stadium was waiting for. One single run, and the scoreboard showed 100. Kohli raised his bat, took off his helmet, eyes towards the sky. This wasn't just a celebration of a century. It was a moment of relief, a moment of self-belief, a moment of telling himself, "Yes, I am still here." This century is bigger than numbers. It is for those who start counting stats after every innings. It is for those fans who stood by Kohli during his toughest phase. And it is for Kohli himself, a man who never learned how to give up. Today, Virat Kohli proved one thing. Form is temporary, but class is permanent. This innings gave stability to Team India. It gave belief to the dressing room, and it sent a clear message to the opposition. When Virat Kohli is at the crease, the match doesn't just move forward, it comes under control. This century is a massive sign before the upcoming big tournaments. Virat Kohli is ready, he is hungry, and there is still so much more to come. Today's match will end, the scorecard will change, but this innings will be remembered. Because these weren't just runs, this was a comeback story. A story of confidence, a story of a king's silent reply. And in the end, I'll say just this. Virat Kohli never tries to prove himself. He simply plays. And when he plays, history is written automatically. If you like this script, give it your voice and remind the world the king is not done yet.